Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Not our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
I know everyone wants to hear
My hands are up. Best I can do is let you use that
Brother!
workbench thing.
Been looking!
Turned red as a Karjan priest, he did.
Oh!
Weapon upgrades. Increase weapon stat. Okay. Oh, that's this. Okay. How do I do it? Oh, double click. Acid Hunter arrows. Weapon stats improved. And then I need a Burrower sound shell. Okay. Pretty cheap, right? Yeah, I want to get that Burrower sound shell. Fanghorn antlers. Need raccoon hide for the bow or for the quiver.
fights later on. Okay, okay. I am most certainly so watch as I watch.
How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
Cool.
This should be useful.
The oven blows that
I can test it out on the rest of the bristlebacks.
I think I've had too much to drink. Is that a Nora?
How goes?
The armor shop is locked. So that's a weapon shop. Okay.
Where's your ale? Doing an awesome woman with a Poland sounds like a great idea. Yeah, you. Come on, anyone. Make my day.
Hey, what's up, Amy? How are you?
Hey, Milda. Milda. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
Man, I love building D&D characters, even if I'm not going to use them, you know? It's just so much fun.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly.
But
But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
what do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf. Just need to grab a metal panel from the scavenger pile.
Okay, now let's find Petra.
I don't really want to talk about it. You do that, friend. I'll be in cover left. Easy there, Red.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
Almost ready to go? Look at you!
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So about Olvend.
Around here, everything's about Olvend.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber, so he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Is it just me, or did the way she said fat nut sound weird? What? This lady was talking about how this guy is a jerk.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But the way I hear it, you've been busy smashing those beasts for scrap.
Well, the embassy won't start without them gone.
Yeah, well, you're doing Chainscrape a favor too. The less bristlebacks there are, the less Olvin can crank it to his advantage.
But how could
Gross.
bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvend?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvend has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvend?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Oseram claims in the Daunt under Oseram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvend has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Oseram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
You're gonna play a female Undine, primal warden shaman who's obsessed with sharks. You wanted to find a bullet. Sweet and kind until combat starts, and then she's bloodthirsty. Nice. Sounds awesome.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
I know everyone wants to hear my
Why else would one leave the glory of Mainsmouth?
We are on the same side here, Owen. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, drop the act.
Pretty sure
We
you
all
still
know it was
owe
the
me 10
Carja who let the
shards.
bristlebacks into the valley, sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is preposterous.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the Savior herself. Walloper of Derval, Gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Of course. Yeah, and who appointed you?
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, I'm not
so
going
you're
to.
not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osram.
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
Alright.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Well... There he is.
Savior, over here. Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Olvant's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Olvant up.
Okay. You know what? I'm fine with that.
What is this concession decree that Olvant wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Carja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Carja for the bristlebacks help Olvant get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Carja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Olvant has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Olvand blasting hot air all the time?
Olvand's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
What if I could get rid of him and replace him with Petra?
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Mill this better get my order
Happened
right.
after I left yesterday? Would one leave the glory of Main Street?
Fine day for poor singing, I say.
Ignoring me again?
Alright. Quests.
It's known. That's why we travel as far as the wind goes or can take us. Better than sticking around a bunch of elders.
Oh, hey.
Finally gonna put your muscle where your mouth is?
Alright. Where is this place? Oh, all the way at the beginning. You could also mark that. An investor that only cares about profits? So weird. I know, right?
Take this to a dyer later.
Okay, that's a good sign. Hello? Hello? Climb.
I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now.
Blocked path. She knows.
Made it. And there's another one of those devices. Another lens. I'll tuck this away for now.
What was that purple burrower thing I needed? No. The purple burrower. I think it was like soundstone or something.
Fire could hurt it.
It specifically says key upgrade resource or sound shell. That's it. Oh, it's on their chest. Okay. So the thing on their chest is what I want. Component removed. Awesome. Get a couple of those.
If I find the right cauldron, I could learn how to run this machine. Cool. Probably a good idea to collect some of those.
Okay, so now I can upgrade the final level of the bow.
I've been spotted. Scavengers. Neighbors said I could find another penny in one of their stockpiles. I think I have everything I need for Nilda. Good thing too. I could use a decent meal. Got a piece of it. Find this in my stash later.
Okay. And you? Oh, okay. Alright, let's head back there. Yeah, deliver the supplies. Okay. Don't call me stupid, he says.
Be welcome, Outlander.
Hello.
1, 2.
I also needed raccoon hides. Okay.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Fine day for poor singing, I say.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Or am I exactly where I'm meant to be?
Overdraw damage. Increase damage dealt when using overdraw with a weapon. I guess? I don't know. Purge water damage.
Petra would hold me out here otherwise.
That's a wall.
Ah, there you are. I happen to receive another visit from Olvin himself. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess. I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
Wow. Mildef, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. And your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again.
Hey there, Flamehead.
It might be a good idea to stock up on some food before I head back out. And see what else Ildif's cooking up.
Yeah, you're probably right. Ugh. Hold on.
Back for that free meal? Go on, peruse my menu.
I mean, why would you not buy this one, right? Not enough room in your food pouch. Huh.
That reminds me.
Didn't expect to see you up and about.
Red hair is a sign of genius, you know? It's true.
Herbalist. Okay.
You any good with that bow?
Nope.
You plan on strolling through the dark, you better be.
There's the quarry Thurles mentioned. God, I'd be ready.
Vista Point Tower. Alright. Huh. Oh.
An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest. This doesn't look right. Better try another spot. It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby? I don't think that's right. I better keep looking. Looks like the Oseram decided to put up a fight.
Get this done!
One less machine.
That's not what I wanted.
Bit of our friends.
That's annoying.
Incoming. Get fast.
Another one down. One less machine. Another one down. Focus lost the vista damage.
Look at that thing drop!
There. Quarry's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.
Ugh.
Over here, girl. I want to thank you.
Well, I will here in just a second.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Ulvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dump before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Ulvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Ulvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Chainscrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Ulvin the good news. Voorhees too. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Okay.
Could look around with my focus, try to match the vista point image. It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby?